Some games don't just pull you in, they grab you by the hand and drag you straight into a time-eating vortex. You launch them for just 5 minutes, and suddenly you're asking yourself, hold on, how is it 3 a.m. already? Today, we're looking at 10 games that steal hours of your life so professionally, they could win an award for Best Pickpocket of the Year. If you had plans for a productive evening, yeah, those are gone. Let's dive in. Stardew Valley looks like a cute farming sim, but it could feel like a psychological trap. You start simple, plant a few crops, harvest them, done. But the game keeps tossing tiny tasks your way, then more, until suddenly you're optimizing your farm layout at 2 a.m. because tomorrow the cauliflower will bloom perfectly. And then there's the townsfolk. Each NPC feels like an actual person with their own quirks, moods, stories. You come for a small festival. You leave with a mental spreadsheet tracking birthdays, favorite gifts, and who hates radishes for some reason. Then you head into the mines for just a couple floors. Next thing you know, you're on floor 50, overloaded with loot, dehydrated, confused, and wondering when you last ate something in real life. Stardew Valley steals your time gently, warmly, lovingly, and escaping the loop is a challenge on its own. Terraria is a pixel art mastermind. It pretends to be simple: dig, build, fight, but then you fall into the real loop. You go underground to grab some iron, you find gold, then a chest, then a trap, then a mini boss you didn't even know existed. Hours vanish, and the building? That's the real-time sink. You wanted to expand your house by a single block. Now you're working on a 3-story mansion with a glass tower, a floating garden, a lava moat, and a teleporter network, all because it has to look good. Terraria is a pixel. It swallows evenings whole. Genshin Impact is a time thief disguised as a beautiful open world. You log in to do your dailies, and 2 hours vanish because you met a new character. You spotted a chest on a mountain. You ran into a hidden puzzle. You followed a pretty melody. You accidentally glided into a whole new region. And now you've got more quests than when you started. Genshin constantly rewards your curiosity. Every corner of the map hides something. Every character feels like a mini storybook. And the resin system, yeah, it's designed to keep you coming back again and again and again. This game doesn't take your time violently, it melts it away. Elden Ring does terrifying things to your sense of time. You feel like you've explored half the world, then you open the map and realize you've covered maybe 5%. Freedom is the danger. You can go anywhere, and you will. And whatever direction you choose, a boss appears, you die. Which be when you rage. You swear you're done. You come back 5 minutes later because, okay, but I know I can beat him. Every victory feels monumental. Every discovery feels magical. Every defeated boss is a triumph worth framing. Elden Ring steals time through pure, raw emotion. You can't stop because the game keeps whispering, there's something incredible just a little further ahead, and it's always right. Valorant is not a game. It's a time-consuming lifestyle. You join for just one match. That match becomes two. Two become five. Five become, well, you know how this goes. Because you want to redeem a bad game. You want to rank up. You want to test a new agent. You want that one perfect match. Your teammates tilted you and now you must prove them wrong. Valorant's genius is simple. There's always a reason to play one more round. One good game leads to another, and another leads to warm-ups. And warm-ups lead to, guess what, another show. This game steals time aggressively, fast, efficient, but always with that seductive promise, the next round will be the good one. Path of Exile 2 is a black hole. You fall in once, and gravity does the rest. The first trap is build crafting. You think you're choosing a simple passive skill? Suddenly, it's 2 hours later, you're surrounded by spreadsheets, theories, guides, and existential dread. Then the farming loop begins, and that's where your free time dies. Run after run, loot after loot. You tweak your build, it gets stronger. You tweak it more, now you need more loot, which means more runs. Weekends disappear in this loop. But when your build finally melts, enemies like butter. Nothing feels better. Baldur's Gate. 3 doesn't just steal your time, it replaces your entire social life. Every dialogue feels cinematic, every choice changes something, every companion is so alive you occasionally forget their polygons. You pick up a quick quest and get dragged into an elaborate chain of events that outclasses half of Hollywood. You constantly wonder, what if I chose a different option? What if I flirted instead? What if I stole that? What if I didn't steal that? What if I pushed him off a cliff? Should I reload? Should I not reload? BG3 is not a time thief. It's a second life. You cannot play Skyrim for a bit. Everything here is a distraction. Random cave, random NPC, random house with a suspiciously unlocked door, random quest that takes 3 hours, random dragon attacking while you're building your kitchen. Skyrim is a world that derails every plan. You go north, end up south. You start a quest, get 5 more. You go hunting. Return as the archmage of the entire continent. Time doesn't just disappear here, it migrates. Minecraft is a portal where time stops existing. You come in to place a few blocks, and suddenly you built a fairy, a mega base, an automated factory, a highway, a portal hub, and somehow landscape the entire valley. In Minecraft, every task grows into a project, every project becomes an adventure, and every adventure becomes a multi-hour journey you never planned. This game doesn't pressure you, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Freedom is the biggest time thief of all. Screechum Gunfire Reborn steals time with the shameless confidence of a roguelite. You start with just one run, but every run gives you new items, new builds, new weapons, new combinations, new insane synergies that make you feel unstoppable. Every weapon feels unique. Every build feels like a science experiment. The pacing is fast, snappy, addicting, and then the game whispers, "You were so close. Try one more." And you do, over and over, because Gunfire Reborn turns one more run into a lifestyle. This game doesn't steal time, it vaporizes it. These games don't just take your time, they make you glad you lost it. If you want more, check out my other videos. They're just as good at turning minutes into entire evenings. Thanks for watching. Take care of your time, or at least give it to the games that deserve every stolen hour.